Hi guys, Dave Benson here, Philippine Bible Ministries. Um, we had a saying in AA: "Keep it simple, stupid." KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. I need to remember that in my ministry here because as long as I keep it simple, stick to essential things, the basics, and then we can all grow together in Jesus, and we can follow Him, and we can fulfill the mission that He's given each of us to do in our lives. So I want to talk about Willie Robertson for a minute today, because I saw him on a podcast. Usually I try not to name these people that I watch because I know I have some friends that are politically on a different planet than me and that might be watching these videos, and I don't want to separate on non-essential things like politics. I don't think it's as important as a lot of people do. I do think it has importance, of course. But anyway, I was watching one of my podcasts that I watch, and Willie Robinson was on there, and he's got a book out called The Gospeller. So I watched it because back in the day, right after I got saved, I don't remember, it was a long time after I got saved, but I used to watch the Duck Dynasty, and the reason I watched it because I hate reality TV. I hate it. It's just I hate the drama. I hate the way that people are so messed up and dysfunctional, and there's so much sin usually in those shows, and people love it because people want to watch people get hurt. And I think that's why people watch shows like, and I'm sorry if you like those shows, but like, what is it? The one where they're gonna get the Bachelor and the Bachelorette. I think people like those shows because I think they like the drama of it. But I also think that those shows are pretty horrible because people are sleeping with each other, which is a sin, of course. And then people are getting their hearts broken, and I don't want to watch somebody get their heart broken for real. Like I have had enough pain in my life in the past. I've had my heart broken enough times that I don't really want to live off somebody else's pain. And that's just me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to judge you if you like that stuff. But anyway, I started watching Duck Dynasty and I really enjoyed it because they just took the whole thing as a humor. There was no seriousness in it. It wasn't like, they weren't trying to create drama. They were trying to create fun, and they did create a lot of fun. And I love Uncle Si, and I'm not a real big fan of long hair and beards and what. I mean, I cannot grow a beard. I go a couple of days and my face starts itching. I'm like, how do they do it? But I'm not doing it, so it's okay. It's funny though. The one brother, the one's the pastor, is all clean shaven and short hair. Anyway, but I do love them, and I've heard Phil, the father, speak a few times on Jesus, and he really loves the Lord. A really good movie called The Blind. I watched it on Prime Video. I'm sure it's on other platforms, so you should watch that if you get a minute. It's basically about his conversion story. It's a really good, really good. It's a true story, so it's a really good story. So anyway, I was watching Willie Robertson. He has a book out called The Gospeller, and I really liked it. And I guess it's an old word they used to call people that would spread the gospel. They used to call them gospelers, and it's just Gospeler, gospeller. I think that's how it's pronounced. And I'm a gospeller, and are you a gospeller? And so anyway, I was really moved by the testimony of the book. I'm reading the book right now. I actually sent Willie Robertson a copy of my book, but I don't think he'll read it. I don't know. He's pretty famous. He probably gets a bunch of stuff in the mail, but I sent it anyway. The Simply Jesus book. I thought he might. Maybe he would like it, but I'm not trying to be famous or anything. I'm just trying to share with people. Anyway, so I read this book, The Gospel. I'm reading it right now, and a couple of things he says. One of the things he said on the podcast that I really love, what he goes, well, the thing about church is kind of in house, right? And he goes, a lot of stuff that happens at church doesn't affect the world. And he's 100%, and that was me. If you watch my videos, you realize I'm not a big brick and mortar church person, right? Matter of fact, I just call them gatherings, and I actually think the brick and mortar thing is starting to go away, and what we're seeing here, and there's a guy called Revolution of the Ordinaries, which I sent him a book too, no response, but that's okay. But I really like his ideas about how the brick and mortar churches are going away and people are starting to do home churches. And there's a lot of reasons why that's happening. Part of it is there's a lack of new pastors coming out going through the establishment, which I don't, that's a whole other issue, right? But anyway, gatherings, right? So he says, but in the gatherings, people are like, it's an in-gathering thing, and it's like people are being helped and supported. But what's the purpose of that? He says the purpose is to build people to go up and spread the gospel, and I love that, right? And the one thing that he said, let's see if I can pull this up here just a second. Let me pull up this little quote. Hang on. So I think he was talking about doctrines and maybe even baptism, or I think he was talking about doctrines. And he goes, it's not up to me to decide what people think or feel about subjects like this. It is a result of a pinprick of the heart. and a desire to hand their life over to Jesus. I don't argue, I don't debate, I don't judge. I just read the word and let God do the rest. So there it is. Perfect. That's perfect, Willie Robertson. You said it just right. It's not for me to judge, although I do, as you'll know, you watch some of my videos. It's not for. It's just for me to preach the gospel and let God do the rest. And that's what I want to be. That person, right? That's who I want to be. So I just wanna, share the simplicity. My wife was reminding me this morning. It's best. She likes the videos where I'm just simple, and I just share the simple gospel. So that's what I want to do. I want to share the simple gospel, and I want people to do that work that God's created them to do. And I want people to follow Jesus. And if you're following Jesus, then your life will be abundant. As he said, I've come to give you a life abundant. God bless you guys. That's all for now.